Did you know, there are certain positive character traits that are proven to make us more likely to be happy and successful? When I was writing my ultimate guide to happiness, I wrote a list of positive character traits that are proven to be essential. I discovered that people who had these traits were more likely to live a happy, healthy, prosperous life. You know that positive thinking can take you a long way. Here's 5 ways to make positive thinking automatic, but positive character traits can take you even further. Here's my list of positive character traits we all seriously need. Here's the list of positive character traits proven to make everyone happier, healthier, and more successful. 1. One of the most important positive character trait is the ability to put yourself first when you need to. One of the number 1 traits of positive people is that they are not afraid to put themselves first. And if you think that's selfish, please read my guide to putting yourself first without being selfish. I actually went up to a lot of positive people to ask what traits made them happy. The most popular answer was to put yourself first sometimes, while still being kind and compassionate to other people. This is one of the most positive character traits you can possess. Science has proven the importance of compassion. And science has shown that we need to be compassionate to others and to ourselves too. That means putting yourself first when you need to. Genuinely positive people understand that it is not selfish to put yourself first. One habit of positive people is to give themselves the time they need for themselves before helping other people. So do both. Be kind to others. And be kind to yourself as well. 2. Another positive character trait is to face fear head-on. Positive people make a habit of facing fear head-on. In my research, I met many positive people who intentionally went out searching for their fears and then faced them head-on, including one man who had a fear of death, so he meditated in a graveyard for an entire night. I spoke to another 40-year-old woman who had just been to the dentist's, whom she dreads, and a rock climber who constantly sought out new challenges. Fear is meant to be challenged. So go ahead, face your fear. 3. A really positive character trait is having a reason for living. Every single positive person I met could tell me in one sentence what their main reason for living is. Their reasons were wide-ranging. Some lived to write novels, some lived for family, some wanted to make millions, and some lived simply to make other people happy. But one universal trait of positive people is that they knew their reason for living. They had found purpose. This is an essential positive character trait. Do you have it? Ask yourself, what's your purpose? 4. Positive people accept that life is constant change. The most positive people in the world are at peace with the fact that the world is constantly changing. They understand that their current reality is temporary. They know that good times end, bad times end, people move on, careers take new paths. They understand and they embrace it all. One of the most popular Buddha quotes is, "Everything changes. Nothing exists without change." Buddha. 5. Another positive character trait is accepting your desire but not giving in to it. My research shows that the ability to admit your desires is an important positive character trait. When I asked positive people, what can I do to make myself happy, a lot of them said to accept desire, not to cling to it or to obsess over it, but to accept desire and never apologize for it. The most positive people in the world know what they want and they're not about to apologize for it. Yep, that's right. One of the best traits of positive people is to straight up admit what you want. Whether they want money, to travel the world, or to be the boss of their company, they accept and embrace their desires. They live life to the beat of their own drum. 6. Positive people share their wealth. Do you share your wealth? You probably should, because this is a very positive character trait. When positive people who have money, they share it. This backs up scientific research. Science recently proved that people who give money to others are actually happier than people who spend it on themselves. 1. The other thing positive people do with money is spend it on experiences, not possessions. Positive people who don't have money don't worry about it. 7. Surprisingly, another trait of positive people is that they don't care about the popularity contest. Positive people know who they are and they accept who they are 100%, because they accept themselves completely. They don't feel a need to be accepted or liked by others. If you like them, great. If you don't, who cares? The trait of positive people is to love themselves for who they are, and not worry what other people think. Self-love is their mantra. Point 8. Another positive character trait is seeing rejection as protection. If you want to know how to be a positive person, accept rejection. Yes, that's right. A key habit of positive people is accepting that they will get rejected sometimes, and it is not an issue. A lot of people fear rejection, whether that's rejection from a job interview or rejection from a member of the opposite. Positive people don't worry about it. If the positive person gets rejected by someone, they presume that someone better is coming along. If a positive person is rejected for a job, they presume their career is headed somewhere even better. Point 9. Positive people believe in equality. Positive people believe that all people are equal. Say if you want to know how to be a positive person, view others as equal. They know that money, looks, and all that jazz don't really reflect how good or bad a person is. They treat all people equally, with the utmost respect. Point 10. A belief of positive people is that we are all one. Positive people know that all people are one. They feel the pain and sorrow of other people, but they also feel the happiness and joy of other people. Because they feel connected to everyone around them, they never feel lonely. They see a stranger as a companion, a colleague as a friend. To become a positive person, see others as the same as you. This is one of the most important positive character traits. Point 11. A major habit of positive people is to watch healthy TV, not the news. Within a couple of minutes of watching the news headlines, you will likely be struck with many of the following types of stories. People being murdered, various forms of scandals, news that the country is going down the crapper, accusations here and there about everybody doing the wrong thing. So what do you get out of watching the news? Well, a positive psychologist might likely say that you get to feel connected to society, to other people, and to the world at large. That's a fair point. Watching the news does make you feel connected to the world. Then again, is that world, the one presented by the news, a world worth being connected to? To discover whether watching the news is a good thing for you or not, simply ask yourself this question: do you feel more positive after watching the news than you did before? If not, stop watching the news. So turns out to become a positive person you should watch better TV. 12. Perhaps the number one habit of positive people is that they share happiness. This is a really important positive character trait. If you want to know how to become a positive person, share happiness. What, in your opinion, is the absolute best thing in the world? Money? Fame? Power? Sex? Chilling out with your feet up watching Netflix? If you ask the happiest people in the world what the best thing in the world is, they'll tell you one thing. The best thing in the world is sharing happiness with other people. You can throw out your credit card, kiss goodbye to your high-flying job, lose everything, and you will still be able to share happiness with other people. Because happiness costs absolutely nothing. It's free, like air, and just as important, it's mind-blowing how some people genuinely think the world's number one most important thing is money or power. They dedicate themselves to the pursuit of money and power, and then they go and get that money or power only to realize that it's not what they thought it would be, and that they're still not happy. Did you know that suicide rates are higher among the rich? Do you know why? Because most rich people spend their entire lives trying to keep up with one another rather than having the guts to live their passion and to do the things that truly matter deep down. People like that are terrified they might slip below other people in terms of wealth. They spend their lives trying to keep ahead of each other. Spending your life trying to beat other people is a terrible way to live. Scientific research has proven that living your life in an attempt to keep up with other people is one of the main reasons why people end up killing themselves. Source: Business Insider. Why is it so unhealthy trying to keep up with the Joneses? Because it carries you away from your truth. You spend so long trying to be better than other people that you forget what actually matters to you. And then when you get money and power, you realize that that wasn't what you even wanted in the first place, really. And worse, when you look back you realize that you lost sight of what matters and that it is painfully lonely at the top. These people are the enlightened ones. Oh, they might not be the richest. They might not be famous. They might not have the best jobs. No, they don't have those things. Because they spent all their lives thinking about other people and helping others. They are the highly sensitive empaths who know that compassion is the most important thing in the world. Point 13. Maybe the single most positive character trait is love of life itself. Perhaps the number one trait of positive people is that they love life. We have higher levels of life satisfaction than other people do. To become a positive person, make a habit of loving life and seeing the good in life. You know that feeling when you see something so awe-inspiring, so beautiful, so divine that it makes you stop. It's the way you feel when you see a stunning sunset, or when you witness an act of supreme kindness. I felt that way today when I saw a teenager give his school lunch to a homeless man. It's that sense that life is so damn beautiful that you feel as small as an ant, albeit an ant so very glad to be part of such a stunningly beautiful world. Point 14. Remember, positive people think in positive ways. Positive people know how to make themselves think positively, and they understand that positive thinking doesn't just happen by itself. Too many people dwell on negative thoughts and then wonder why they experience stress and anxiety. Positive people understand that they need to exercise the mind just like they exercise the body. And one of the most important ways to exercising the mind is to intentionally create positive thoughts. For instance, we can use positive visualization, challenge negative thoughts, look at the good points of other people instead of the bad, focus on what makes us happy, refuse to dwell on worries. 15. Positive people use exercise for both body and mind. Another key trait of positive people is their understanding of physical exercise. Most people exercise their bodies, and perhaps are grateful for any knock-on effect that the exercise has on their minds. Positive people know that if you're going to work out, you might as well do exercises that are beneficial for both body and mind. For instance, we can use yoga for positivity. And we can do mind-body exercises like Tai Chi and Qigong. These are excellent for both the body and the mind. Point 16. One of the most important positive character traits related to your morning routine. It has been proven that our willpower is at its strongest in the morning. That's why one of the traits of positive people is that they make the most of the morning. Whatever it is that they need to get done, they get it done first thing. It could be working out, or completing an important project, or making an important decision. Whatever the most important thing is in any given day, positive people will do it first thing in the morning. Point 17. One of the single most positive character traits is to feel lots of different types of happiness. It has been proven that there are 16 different types of happiness. So even if you are happy in one way, you might not experience all the types of happiness. Positive people know that they need to make themselves happy in various different ways. That's why they incorporate different kinds of exercises and techniques in order to feel the range of positive emotions. However, while positive people believe in happiness, they also know that there is a reason for unhappiness. Point 18. Positive people have happy hobbies. One of the best ways to become a positive person is to start doing some happy hobbies. Science has proven that hobbies are essential for mental health. And different hobbies affect us in different ways. To become a positive person, try changing hobbies. Some positive hobbies include art, running, yoga, gardening, spending time at the beach. So maybe instead of positive people habits, we should be focusing on hobbies instead. Point 19. Hope is an essential positive character trait. According to the scientific study of positive psychology, we absolutely must have hope in life. Hope is the ability to see the positive in future events, and especially the ability to see the possible positives of seemingly negative events. Hope frames everything in a positive light and is the opposite of fear. For stress relief, inner peace, calm and happiness, we need high levels of hope. Go through the list of positive character traits. How many do you have? Use this list of positive character traits for guidance. These are the main habits of positive people. Say if you've ever wondered how to become a positive person, start doing those habits. And remember, science has proven that positivity